Create your own happiness. A journey to inner joy. Most wander through life searching for joy in all the wrong places. A bigger paycheck, a perfect love, a flawless future. But these are mirages, shimmering briefly before dissolving. True happiness, the kind that endures, isn't found out there. It's crafted from within, a masterpiece you paint with every choice, every thought, every breath. In this audiobook, I invite you to embark on a transformative odyssey, guided by 7 powerful shifts that will unshackle you from the illusion of external joy. You'll learn to master your mind, transmute pain into wisdom, and forge an unshakable foundation of peace. Are you ready to step into your power as the creator of your own bliss? Let's weave this story together. Chapter 1. Embrace joy in the eternal now. Let's start with a truth that hits like a meteor. Happiness isn't a prize you win after checking off some cosmic to-do list. It's a choice, a quiet act of defiance against the voice that whispers, "Someday when everything's perfect, then I'll be happy." How many of us have fallen into that trap? "I'll be happy when I get that promotion," you tell yourself. Or, "when I find my soulmate." Or, "when my bank account has a few more zeros." I've been there too, staring at the horizon, thinking joy was just one more milestone away. But here's the catch. The horizon keeps moving. You land the job, and suddenly you want a better one. You find love, and soon you're craving something new. It's a galactic hamster wheel, and it never stops spinning. The secret is to step off that wheel and claim your joy now. Your life isn't a dress rehearsal. It's unfolding in this very moment with all its messy, beautiful imperfection. Happiness isn't waiting for you in some flawless future. It's hiding in the small, radiant details of today. Think about it. The way your best friend's laugh lights up a room, the golden streaks of a sunset melting into the sky, the soft weight of a book in your hands as you sink into its world. These aren't just moments. They're portals to joy, tiny wormholes, to a universe where you're already enough. Here's how we start. Stop tying your happiness to your goals. Yes, chase that career, build that family, save for that dream trip. But don't let those ambitions hold your joy hostage. Achievements are like stardust. They add sparkle, but they're not the fire itself. Imagine you're standing on a distant planet, gazing at a sky full of constellations. Would you wait for every star to align perfectly before calling it beautiful? Of course not. You'd stand in awe, right then and there. That's how you embrace happiness. By choosing it, moment by moment, no matter what's missing. Try this. Today, pause 3 times during your day and name one thing that brings you a flicker of joy. Maybe it's the warmth of your coffee mug, the chirp of birds outside your window, or the memory of a kind word someone shared. Write it down, or just whisper it to yourself. Say, "I choose joy now," and feel the shift. It's like flipping a switch in your soul. Over time, this practice rewires you, teaching you that happiness isn't a destination, it's a way of traveling. Let me tell you about a friend of mine, Lila, who used to live for someday. She'd say, "I'll be happy when I move to the city," or "when I finish my degree." But life kept throwing curveballs, delays, breakups, unexpected bills. One day, exhausted from waiting, she started noticing the little things. The way her dog nuzzled her hand, the crunch of leaves on her morning walk, the quiet thrill of a good playlist. She began choosing joy in those moments, and suddenly her life felt full, even with her goals still in progress. That's the magic of the eternal now. You don't need to wait for the stars to align. You're already standing in their light. Chapter 2. Ignite your inner cosmic forge. Now let's dive into something incredible. Your brain is a galactic workshop. A forge where the raw stuff of happiness is crafted. It's got this built-in pharmacy, churning out chemicals that spark joy, drive, and connection. Dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, endorphins. These are the ingredients of your inner light. But too many of us let them gather dust, chasing quick fixes instead. A notification ping, a new pair of shoes, a stranger's compliment. These are like cheap fuel, burning fast and leaving you cold. I've done it too, scrolling for likes or buying something shiny to feel better. But those highs fade, don't they? They're not the real thing. The real magic is that you don't need anything outside yourself to ignite your forge. You're the alchemist and the ingredients are already within you. Want to spark dopamine, that rush of motivation? Set a small goal, like writing a single paragraph, tidying one shelf, or walking around the block, and celebrate when you nail it. It's like collecting tiny stars, each one lighting your path. To boost serotonin, the steady hum of calm, try gratitude. Every night, jot down 3 things that made your day brighter. Maybe a warm hug, a sunny afternoon, or the smell of fresh bread. Oxytocin, the glow of connection, comes from kindness. Write a thank you note, help a neighbor, or just listen, really listen to someone you love. And endorphins? Oh, they're the easiest. Dance like nobody's watching, laugh at a silly meme, or belt out your favorite song in the shower. These aren't big, flashy moves. They're small, intentional rituals that add up to something massive. Picture yourself as a cosmic chef, mixing these ingredients daily. Start your morning with a gratitude list. I'm thankful for my cozy blanket, my sister's goofy texts, and the fact that I woke up today. Take a 10-minute walk at lunch, letting the sun kiss your face. Call a friend just to chat, or do something kind, like leaving a sweet note for your partner. End your day with music that makes your heart soar. These habits are like tending a fire. Keep at it and your joy burns brighter and brighter. Here's a challenge. For the next 7 days, dedicate 15 minutes to your inner forge. Spend 3 minutes on gratitude, 3 on movement. Stretch, jog, dance, your call. 3 on a kind act, 3 on laughter, and 3 on a small goal. Keep a journal and note how you feel each day. I tried this once during a rough patch. Work stress, family drama, the works. And by day 4, I felt like I'd rediscovered a hidden spark. My problems didn't vanish, but I had this inner glow that made them feel smaller. That's the power of your forge. You don't need the galaxy's permission to shine. You're already a star. Let me share a story about my cousin Marco. He used to live for external hits, parties, new gadgets, constant validation. But when a breakup left him reeling, he felt empty. On a whim, he started running every morning, just to clear his head. He'd notice little things, the way the sunrise painted the sky, the rhythm of his breath. He began writing down what he was grateful for, even silly stuff like his favorite coffee shop. Slowly, he realized he was happier alone on those runs than he'd ever been chasing the next high. That's what happens when you ignite your inner forge. It lights up your whole universe. Chapter 3. Redraw your mind's star. Chart your thoughts are the constellations that guide your journey through life. If they're dimmed by doubt, fear, or negativity, they'll lead you into black holes of despair. If they shine with hope, resilience, and possibility, they'll light up paths to joy. The trouble is, most of us carry outdated star charts, stories we've told ourselves forever. I'm not good enough, you might think, or life's always against me, or success is for other people. I've caught myself thinking, I'll never figure this out during tough times, and it's like a weight dragging me down. Those thoughts aren't facts, they're habits, and habits can change. The first step is awareness, like turning a telescope on your own mind. Notice your thoughts as they drift by. When a negative one flares up, I'm a failure, or nothing ever works out, don't just let it pass. Grab it, hold it up to the light and ask, Is this helping me? Is it even true? 9 times out of 10, you'll see it's a distortion, a ghost from some old wound or fear. That I'm a failure thought, maybe it came from a bad grade in school or a job that didn't pan out. But it's not the whole story. You've succeeded before. Maybe you aced a project, helped a friend, or just got out of bed on a hard day. Once you've spotted the lie, rewrite it. Swap "I'm a failure" for "I'm learning and every step makes me stronger." Turn life's unfair into "challenges are my teachers, shaping me into who I'm meant to be." This isn't about slapping a smiley face on reality. It's about choosing a perspective that lifts you up instead of pulling you under. Your mind is like a canvas, and every thought is a brushstroke. Negative patterns paint storm clouds, but with practice, you can part them to reveal a blazing sky. Here's a practical tool. Start a thought journal. For 1 week, write down every negative thought you catch, then challenge it. Ask, what's the evidence against this? What's a truer, kinder thought? For example, if you think, "I'll never be happy," list times you felt joy. A belly laugh, a quiet moment with a pet, a day that felt right. Then write, "I can find joy in small moments, and I'm building more every day." I did this during a low point, and it was like clearing fog from a window. Suddenly I could see possibilities again. Let's make it real with a story. My friend Aisha used to think, "I'm not cut out for success," because she'd failed a big exam in college. That thought followed her for years, making her doubt every opportunity. One day she started questioning it. "Wait, I've done hard things. I moved to a new city. I taught myself coding. I'm a great listener for my friends." She began telling herself, "I'm capable of growing, even when it's tough." That shift changed everything. She applied for a job she thought was out of reach and nailed it. Her star chart was redrawn, and her path lit up. Try this today. When a negative thought pops up, pause, breathe, and say, "I'm the navigator of my mind." Then rewrite it. If you think, "I'm too tired to keep going," try, "I'm finding energy in small steps." Over time, your mind's constellations will shift, guiding you to a galaxy of joy. You're not just thinking, you're creating a universe where happiness is your home. Chapter 4. Forge wisdom from cosmic storms. Happiness isn't about dodging life's storms. It's about sailing through them with courage and grace. Pain, loss, failure, heartbreak. These aren't your enemies. They're master teachers, chiseling away at the raw stone of your soul to reveal the masterpiece within. I know it's tempting to run from pain, to drown it in distractions like binge-watching shows, scrolling feeds, or pretending it's not there. I've done it, burying hurt under busyness, only to find it creeping back stronger. Unprocessed. Pain is like a rogue asteroid. It keeps orbiting, crashing into your peace. The way forward is to embrace your storms as cosmic raw material. A broken heart isn't just loss, it's a lesson in self-love, showing you where to draw boundaries and cherish your own worth. A failure isn't a dead end. It's a forge for resilience, revealing strengths you didn't know you had. Loneliness isn't a curse. It's a call to deepen your relationship with yourself, to become your own best friend. Reframe every tempest. A rejection isn't a wound, but a redirection to a path that's truer for you. A setback isn't defeat, but a chance to grow wiser, tougher, more you. Start by welcoming your emotions like old friends. When pain hits, maybe a pang of sadness or a flare of anger, don't push it away. Sit with it, as if it's a traveler who's wandered into your orbit. Ask, "What are you here to teach me?" Grab a journal and let the answers spill out. Maybe your anger is saying, "You need to stand up for yourself." Maybe your sadness is whispering, "It's okay to Rest. This isn't wallowing, it's listening, learning, transforming. Then channel your pain into something beautiful. Write a poem about that heartbreak. Paint the colors of your grief. Sing a song that carries your longing. Creation is alchemy. It turns wounds into art, healing you and maybe even lighting the way for others. I once wrote a short story after a tough breakup, pouring my hurt into a character who found strength. It wasn't just cathartic, it helped me see my own resilience. You can do this too. Try journaling about a recent pain, then turn it into something creative, even if it's just a doodle or a playlist. Release the trap of victimhood, which keeps you tethered to suffering. It's easy to blame the universe. Why me? But that question locks you in a cage. Instead, ask, what power can I claim from this? And you're not your wounds, you're the one who heals them. Picture yourself as a warrior on a scarred planet, your scars glowing like metals. Every storm you've faced has made you stronger, and you're still here, shining. Here's a practice. Think of a pain from your past, a lost job, a betrayal, a dream that fizzled. Write down one way it shaped you for the better. Maybe that job loss pushed you to a career you love, or that betrayal taught you to trust your gut. Then create something from it, a letter to your younger self, a sketch of your strength, a song of survival. Share it with someone you trust or keep it for you. Pain is temporary, but the wisdom you forge is eternal. A constellation that guides you to a deeper, unshakable joy. Let me tell you about my neighbor, Sam. He lost his business during a rough year, and for months he felt like a failure. But instead of hiding, he started talking about it, not as a defeat, but as a teacher. He journaled what he learned: patience, adaptability, the value of community. He began volunteering, turning his pain into purpose, and found a joy he'd never known in his old success. That's the power of forging wisdom from storms. It doesn't just heal you, it transforms your entire galaxy. Chapter 5. Anchor your star in the cosmic tide. True happiness is a steady star, unshaken by the wild tides of life, success or failure, love or loss, chaos or calm. Without an inner anchor, your joy is like a ship adrift, tossed by every wave. To thrive, you need roots, gratitude, purpose, self-care, connection, acceptance, that hold you fast, no matter the cosmic weather. Let's build those anchors together, so your light never falters. Start with gratitude, the brightest star in your sky. It's simple but revolutionary. When you focus on what you have, the universe feels abundant, not lacking. Every day, write down 3 things that spark your heart. It could be a warm shower, a friend's silly text, or the fact that you're here, breathing, ready for a new day. I do this every night, and even on tough days, it's like finding treasure. I'm grateful for my cat's purr, the smell of rain, and a stranger who held the door. Try a gratitude jar. Each evening, toss in a note about something that made you smile. In a month, you'll have a galaxy of joy to revisit. Next, find your purpose, the constellation that gives your days meaning. Purpose isn't always about saving the world. It can be as quiet as creating beauty, lifting others, or learning something new. Ask yourself, what makes time disappear? What would I do even if no one noticed? For me, it's storytelling. Writing these words for you feels like my soul's work. Maybe for you, it's gardening, teaching, or making people laugh. Write a letter to your future self, describing the mark you want to leave, however small. Then take one tiny step toward it today. Plant a seed, share a tip, tell a joke. Purpose makes even the hardest days feel worthwhile. Self-care is your fuel, keeping your star burning bright. Move your body, dance in your kitchen, walk in the park, stretch under the morning sun. It's not about fitness, it's about stirring endorphins, those little bursts of joy. Rest too. Give yourself permission to nap or unplug. Try a 5-minute mindfulness practice. Close your eyes, follow your breath, let thoughts drift like clouds. I started this during a stressful time, and it was like hitting a reset button. Your body and mind are your ship. Tend to them with love. Connection is another anchor. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, friends who listen without judgment, family who cheer your dreams, mentors who see your potential. But set boundaries with those who dim your light. It's okay to say, "I need space," or step back from drama. Practice this. Reach out to one person who makes you feel seen and tell them why they matter. That connection will anchor you both. Finally, acceptance ties it all together. Life's not perfect, and it never will be. You can't control every storm, but you can control how you sail. When chaos hits, ask, "What's in my power?" Your attitude, your next step, your perspective, these are yours to shape. Try this. When something goes wrong, write down one thing you can do about it and one thing you can let go. It's like dropping ballast from a starship, you soar lighter. Here's a daily ritual to weave these anchors. Every morning, spend 10 minutes on yourself. Write 3 gratitudes, move for 3 minutes, name one purposeful action, and set one boundary for the day. I did this for a month, and it was like building a force field around my joy. No matter what the day threw at me, I had my anchors keeping me steady. You can do this too. Picture yourself as a star, rooted in the cosmic tide, shining through any darkness. That's the happiness you're building. A light that never fades. Chapter 6. Sculpt a galaxy of radiance. Happiness doesn't just happen. It's a work of art. A galaxy you sculpt with intention. Too many of us drift through life on autopilot, our days packed with obligations, distractions, or routines that drain us. We say yes to everything: work, social plans, expectations, then wonder why we feel empty. I've been there, overcommitted and frazzled, until I realized joy isn't accidental. It's something you design, like a cosmic architect, shaping a world where your soul can thrive. Start by mapping your galaxy. Grab a notebook and make 2 lists. What fuels your light and what dims it. Maybe painting, deep talks with friends, or quiet mornings make you feel alive. Maybe endless meetings, negative people, or scrolling social media leave you drained. Be honest. This is your truth. I did this and was shocked to see how much time I spent on things that didn't matter, like arguing online or saying yes to events I dreaded. That map is your guide to change. Now make bold choices. Learn to say no, not out of selfishness, but to protect your energy. Try it this week. Decline one commitment that doesn't spark joy. Say, "Thanks, but I can't make it," and notice the space it creates. Simplify your life. Clear your schedule of unnecessary busyness. Declutter your home for clarity. Spend an hour organizing your desk or donating clothes you don't wear. I decluttered my apartment last year, and it was like lifting a fog. My mind felt clearer, my heart lighter. Weave joy into your days with rituals that feel like home. Start your morning with something just for you. Meditate for 5 minutes. Sip tea while watching the sunrise, or write a poem. End your day with music, a walk, or a gratitude list. I have a joy hour every Sunday. 60 minutes for something pure, like reading sci-fi or baking cookies. It's like recharging my soul. Try it. Carve out 1 hour this week for something that makes you grin. Align your life with what matters most. What are your core values? Freedom, love, creativity, growth. Write them down and check. Do your daily choices reflect them? If connection is your value, make time for heart-to-heart talks. If creativity is your star, block off an evening to paint or write. I realigned my life around storytelling, cutting back on draining tasks to make room for writing. It wasn't easy, but it made my days feel alive. Your environment shapes your galaxy. Make your space a sanctuary. Add a plant, soft lights, or a photo that warms your heart. My desk has a tiny cactus and a picture of my family. It's a reminder of what grounds me. Try this. Add one element to your space that sparks joy, and remove one that stresses you. A tidy, intentional space is like a deep breath for your soul. Here's a challenge. For 1 week, track your time in a journal. You'll wonder how much goes to joy versus obligation. Then cut one draining task and add one joyful ritual. Maybe swap an hour of TV for a walk or skip a stressful meetup to read. This shift will ripple outward, turning your galaxy into a radiant haven. Picture yourself as a sculptor, chiseling away what doesn't serve you, revealing a life that shines. That's the art of happiness, a masterpiece you create day by day. Chapter 7. Become the source of your eternal bliss. Happiness tied to the outside world, money, status, love, is a fragile comet, blazing bright, then vanishing. When you root it within, it's a supernova, unstoppable and eternal. You are the source of your joy, my friend, not the world's whims. This starts with self-acceptance. Embrace every part of you, your quirks, your scars, your wildest dreams. You're not a project to fix, you're a universe whole and dazzling. I used to think I'd be happy once I was better, smarter, fitter, more successful. But joy came when I looked in the mirror and said, I'm enough, just as I am. Stop comparing your orbit to others. Social media can trick you into thinking everyone's life is shinier, but it's a curated illusion. Your path is yours, unfolding at its own pace. When you catch yourself envying someone's success, pause and list 3 things you love about your journey. Maybe a skill you've honed, a friend who's your rock, or a moment you felt truly alive. This grounds you in your own light. Live in the now where joy breathes. Too often we're stuck in the past, replaying regrets or racing toward the future, chasing what-ifs. But happiness exists only in this moment. Try a senses check-in. Once a day, notice what you see, hear, smell, taste, feel. The crunch of an apple, the hum of a fan, the softness of your sweater. It's like anchoring your ship in a calm harbor. I do this when I'm stressed, and it's like hitting pause on the chaos. Detach from outcomes, not from life. Care deeply about your dreams, but don't let them own your peace. If a plan falls apart, a job, a relationship, a goal, trust that you're still whole. Write a mantra. I am complete no matter what happens. Say it when doubt creeps in. I leaned on this after a project I loved crashed. It hurt, but knowing my worth wasn't tied to it kept me steady. Find purpose in what sets your soul on fire. It doesn't have to be grand. Maybe it's making people smile, learning new things, or creating something beautiful. Ask, what makes me lose track of time? For me, it's weaving stories like this one. For you, it might be cooking, volunteering, or exploring nature. Make space for it, even 10 minutes a week. When I started writing again, even just a few lines a day, my whole world felt brighter. Here's a practice. Each evening, reflect on one moment that felt alive. Was it a laugh with a coworker, a quiet moment with a book, a spark of inspiration? Write it down and plan one way to create more of those tomorrow. Picture yourself as a star shining not because the galaxy approves, but because it's your essence. That's your eternal bliss, a light no storm can extinguish. Let me tell you about my friend Priya. She used to tie her happiness to her career, thinking a big title would make her whole. When she didn't get the promotion she'd worked for, she was crushed. But instead of chasing the next goal, she started focusing on what lit her up. Teaching yoga, spending time with her niece, writing poetry. She found joy in those moments, and it carried her through the disappointment. That's what it means. To be the source of your bliss, you don't need the universe to say yes, you're already enough. Epilogue. You are the eternal flame. Happiness isn't a prize for the lucky, a planet you'll reach if you just try hard enough. It's a craft, a song, a story you write with every choice you make. You've learned to navigate your mind's wild galaxies, turn pain into radiant power, and sculpt a life that hums with joy. You've seen that happiness isn't in what you gain or achieve, it's in who you become. So, my friend, let go of waiting for the perfect moment. Release the shadows, fear, doubt, regret that hold you back. Step boldly into your truth, guarding your light with fierce love. You don't need to search for happiness, it's already within you, a flame that's been burning all along. As you stand at the edge of this cosmic voyage, ask yourself, what will I do today to shine? The universe is watching, but more importantly, you're listening. And the answer, bright and eternal, is already yours.